This is S.K. Ghosh. I would like to welcome you to our series of seminars on significant changes in ASCE 722. We are trying to cover the extensive changes between ASCE 716 and ASCE 722 in 10 different webinars, as Bodhi mentioned. In the first one, we covered the design, the general requirements in chapter 1, the design load combinations, then dead loads and live loads. In the second seminar, we devoted the entire time to changes in the snow load chapter 7. The third seminar was on chapter 11, which is seismic, basically seismic ground motion parameters that we use in seismic design. And then last week we did part 4 on chapter 12 of ASCE 7, which is seismic design of building structures. Today's part 5 is devoted to chapter 13 of ASCE 7, which is seismic design requirements for non-structural components. I mentioned in passing at the end of last week that the changes in this chapter are really big. What has happened is that probably the most important section in the chapter on the horizontal force for which we have to design components and component supports has undergone a total revamp. And because of that, I thought it would be good to start with some background. Without the background, I think you'll be wondering why such a I don't know what the right word is. It's, as I said, pretty much a total revamp of the way we have been doing things since the beginning of this chapter. So there has been, this is important, what I have on this slide. There has been an increased emphasis on economic losses resulting from downtime and loss of building function due to non-structural components and systems. The downtime we have become conscious of it, I would say, more and more in recent times. It is not just the damage or loss of function, but how long it continues. You know, in what length of time are we able to get back to resuming the function? Okay. So there has been an increased emphasis on economic losses resulting from downtime and loss of building function due to non-structural components and systems, and an increase in research and testing in this area. So both have happened. There is more of a, I thought of including pictures of non-structural components in earthquakes, of which there are many. I thought that all of you would have seen it, so I thought I would start with where I'm starting, telling you that we are more and more aware of the consequences of non-structural failure, and there has been research and testing that we can draw upon. Development of new research results and availability of new international standards made a re-examination of U.S. non-structural design criteria possible. Before I go on with the background, the major changes this time are in the design provisions for heavy non-structural components, and what is heavy will be defined when I go there. changes in the determination of horizontal seismic force F sub P on non-structural components. This is the one I was talking about as being kind of the centerpiece of the chapter. And the two things in the chapter are the crux of it. The force for which we designed the F sub P, and in many cases the relative displacement, which has not changed, so I will not get into it today. Uh, New section on penthouses and rooftop structures, which brought us all kinds of questions over the years. New section on equipment support structures and platforms. New section on distribution system supports. So those are some of the bigger changes.